What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are out working on the Audi. We've got this door panel off. I was having issues. It wouldn't actually open from the inside, and I bought a new latch system. I was about ready to put it in, and actually figured out there is a black piece that was stuck on this that was totally broken off the inner door card. So it was just making it so every time you would pull the lever, the whole thing was moving with the lever, so it wasn't actually just pulling the cable and releasing the latch. So everything works with that latch from what I can see. It did start doing some weird things where it wouldn't open from the outside as well, so that actually really got me panicked. But now I can't replicate that, so I don't know if it was maybe because this latch was slightly pulled a little bit and it was causing the door to not unlock or lock fully, or what it was doing. But I think, just based on how that feels, I think that was the issue there. So we'll go in the garage and I'll show you guys what I found. So this is the door card, obviously. It's fairly easy to get off. Just undo the silver or carbon fiber or whatever trim piece you've got kind of on the door on this side right next to the handle. So that piece comes off from the thin side to the thick side, and then there's a piece underneath the window switch. That one comes off from switch side down. They came off really easy. I think it's partly because it is warm outside. It's about 85 degrees outside, so the car is warmed up, and the clips, all the plastic pieces, are real flexible and stuff. So that is a big thing. As long as everything's heated up, it should come out fairly easily. We did break, or it was already broken. It looked like this clip, it has like these circular clips, but this one was resting. There's like an upper holder piece and a lower holder piece, and all of it was resting in the upper piece. So maybe the door had been taken off before. Like you can see these, it's got two slots. One is for, there's like an upper retaining ring, and then the bottom one's for the big retaining ring. However, the big retaining ring on this one was in the upper slot, so when we tried to pull it out, it just broke that whole retaining ring off, which I guess now that we're doing some epoxy work, I can actually glue it back together as well. But yeah, so just be patient. Everything, once it's warmed up, actually does come apart fairly easy. This one came off clean, this one was clean. That one did come off clean, however it broke the door card. This one was missing the white tip. I don't know what was going on there, so technically that one didn't come off clean. This one came off clean, and that one came off clean. And then there's a few screws. There's one by the door handle, one behind that trim piece that I told you about, and then one by the window switch and one underneath the window switch down there. So fairly easy to get this thing off. It took about 5 minutes. Honestly, I am not the type of person that likes to take those things apart, but it took about 5-10 minutes, just really taking my time on the outer clips. Once you get all the screws and stuff out, you can work on these outer clips, and just be careful as you can to get it out clean. So the way it broke, it kind of has like a beveled edge, as you guys can see. So I can actually just, like, the part rests perfectly in there. So we'll get it epoxied in like this, and then we're going to come in from the back side. As you guys can see, there is a little window from the back side, so that is what I'm afraid of messing up. But we'll get it from both sides, so it's got a really nice bond, and we should be good. We are back a little bit later. I let the epoxy set, and I had this super great idea. Like, genius stuff. Remove this and not even worry about having any saran wrap or whatever to hold the epoxy back from dripping through. I could just take this thing off, so I did. So that came off. Did some more epoxy on the front, and now I'm going to put it back on, and we're actually going to take this door panel back to the car and start to reconnect it. I did epoxy this piece here as well, and I did look at the speaker. If you guys didn't know, I have this issue. So front driver's side door speaker, it works fine. The center speaker on the dashboard works fine. Those two provide enough sound for me to be content with the sound system. However, it is not perfect and not what I want 100% with the car. So I was thinking, so the passenger door speaker doesn't work, the passenger rear door doesn't that speaker doesn't work, and then the driver's rear door speaker doesn't work, as well as the subwoofer on the rear deck. So I thought maybe it was something to do with the wiring in here. So I kind of went through, obviously this is not the wiring that goes to the speaker, but so I went through. You can kind of hear some sound coming out of the tweeter a little bit, and then a very, very little bit of sound comes out of the actual speaker itself. But I tried to see why those speakers aren't working and could not find anything wrong. You unplug it, sound stops, you plug it back in, sound kind of works, but it's just weird. And I did buy a replacement radio, like the rear satellite radio amplifier thing. However, I think I need to code it to get it to work with my car, and I don't have anything to actually code it with. So it could still be that as a problem, but I did try and plug it into the car, and all of the speakers stopped working with that. I looked online and they said that you need to actually code it to the car and get the right outputs and whatever. So didn't do that, took it off, put this one back on because the sound somewhat works. And yeah, so still gotta figure that out, but for now we're just gonna assume that all of the wiring for the speakers and stuff is good. We'll put this thing back together, throw this back on the car, and hook up the cable to that, and I think we should be good again. So we have got the rear door here, and I went through, checked, see if there was any issues with the wiring going to the speaker, and it doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it, honestly. I think even though I said that I did kind of try and replace the radio receiver amplifier in the back, in the trunk here, that guy back there, it didn't make a difference, but that's because it wasn't coded to the car. So maybe if I did actually code it to the car, it might actually work. So we're gonna try that. We'll put this thing back together now. We've got the door panel here, got that piece back secured in there, screwed back in. This has been drying for a couple hours. It feels fairly firm. I don't want to mess with it too much now. I'm going to let it cure overnight before I really yank on the door handle or anything, but should be good, hopefully. So we'll go ahead and put this thing back together and should be good. Alright, so that was kind of a nightmare. We've got it on, and the door handle does work now. However, putting the cable into its little slot, it definitely did start to come apart, so it is not the most secure, but we do have it working both ways, so it works. You just have to be kind of gentle with it. It is definitely going to break at some point. We'll just see how long. I probably shouldn't open it like that, but yeah. So anyway, it is fixed. Well, the car's extra shiny today. Cleaned it yesterday. It's already covered in tree sap. Stupid tree. But yeah, so we're good. The question is for how long? Probably a little bit. No one really rides in the back of the car, so we're good on that front, but definitely something we'll have to go through and fix. So let me roll up that window. Now the next thing that we have to worry about is figuring out why this window switch is weird, that window switch is weird. There's all kinds of just like wiring things that are weird about this car, but we're okay. So yeah, anyway, kind of a incomplete video. That's why I don't post videos that much. I get on this like hot streak. I just post all the videos I can and then I lose it. It's too hard to make complete videos and work full-time and all of that. Too much. I'm tired. Tired of being tired of being tired.